What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Muv-Luv photonmelodies. In the previous video we wrapped up Adoration, which is a phenomenal story, really enjoyed it. And now we're moving on to Resurrection, the second story in photonmelodies. As we see here, Resurrection from Muv-Luv Alternative Chronicles number 3. 1 month prior to the events of Muv-Luv Alternative, a cybernetic soldier named Silvio Orlandi arrives at Yokohama base to work security detail at an upcoming alternative program summit, though in truth, he's an undercover agent sent by the European Union for the express purpose of gathering classified intel about Alternative 4, as well as any other concerning projects the enigmatic Professor Koski might have in the works. Upon arrival, however, he quickly discovers that this won't be a simple recon mission, as the Professor's personal detachment, the Valkyrie Squadron, seems perpetually poised to distract him at every turn, and yet their playful attitudes and suggestive antics seem to indicate that they have no real intention of obstructing his mission. But could it truly all be just a coincidence? Or is there more to the situation than meets the eye? Alright, I'm excited for this one just to see the Valkyries again. I miss Hayase. I mean, and Munakata. I really like Munakata. Mostly Hayase. And I want to see him again. I really do. So without further ado, we'll start. In English, por favor. Oh shit, isn't that the same church window that Rain Dancers ended on? Some say this world may be hell itself. The human race, hunted into extinction by invaders from beyond the stars. Eurasia, a smoldering ruin, hundreds of millions torn apart and devoured alive. What else could you call this world but hell? Some say that the last judgment has come upon us. That the invaders are but a divine trial, the pale rider incarnate sent here by the Lord. Do not resist, surrender to your fate. If this world is indeed hell, then we must all be mortal sinners. Maybe what is written in the book of the Apocalypse has come to pass, and hell has followed in the Beta's wake. In that case, the only logical conclusion would be that all who died in Eurasia were sinners just as well. And maybe some actually were, but as the Bible teaches us, the son is not to bear the guilt of his father. How could it be just then, for the newborn to be condemned to hell through no fault of their own? Not to mention the other species destroyed by the Beta, the flora and fauna, incapable of even speech. Could we rightly call them sinners? Ridiculous. Casting every living being on the planet as beyond redemption is simply an attempt to rationalize our impending destruction, a natural response by those who have allowed themselves to be overcome by despair. Though I'm probably the last man on earth with any right to mock them, for in a way, this world really is hell to me. Because I'm guilty of a mortal sin, murder. In this day and age, I deserve to be punished. With our very survival at stake, the human race continues to wage total war against the Beta. We're bogged down in a battle of attrition, one that has no end in sight. But that's not my battle. I only stand against the Beta when circumstances force my hand. As an agent of the 6th Office of the EU Intelligence Corps, my task isn't to fight on the battlefield, but to spy on my fellow man. Anyone who might threaten mankind's unity against the Beta, be it organizations or individuals, is a possible target. It's my duty to stop those who put their personal gain above the interest of the human race as a whole, no matter the cost. I can try to justify my actions by saying it's my job, that I'm only following orders. The fact is, I hurt people. I have strayed far from the Lord's path.
相変わらずだな、シルビオ。信心深いこった。
If you're here just to make fun of me, don't bother, Renzo. I'm not in the mood for it today.
茶化す。
Ooh,
バ
it
カ
is
い
handsome
親
devil.
切さ。俺は可愛い弟分に助言してやってるんだぜ。
Please, you're so full of it. The man looks like almost like Ryuji Goda from fucking Yakuza 2. I'm getting that kind of vibe from his appearance.
悲しいね。俺にしがみついて離れなかったあの素直で可愛い坊やはどこ行っちまったんだ？
God, there he goes again.
繊細孤児センターじゃ泣き虫のお前をずっと悪ガキどもから守ってやったよな。何の因果かここで再会した時も泣いて喜んでたじゃねえかよ。その俺の言葉を疑うのか？
Well, you're not a little thick, aren't you? When are you going to realize I'm not a kid anymore?
ベータを使わすようなお偉いさん相手に祈ろうが懺悔しようが無駄だってことをお前が
Not this again, Renzo. How many times am I going to have to tell you?
はいはい、わかってるって。我救わざる斧が運命を嘆くにあらず、ただ祈るは今宵死せる者たちのため。だって。
Exactly. Can't do that for my own soul, though. Far too late for that. People are going to die in the next operation, friend and foe alike. Am I not allowed to pray for them?
別にいけなかねえさ。こんなご時世に人間とドンパチだ。まして今回の相手はお前のご同門だしな。
Co-religionists? He must mean the allegiance sect. To Renzo, all faiths are the same.
だが、抱え込みすぎるのは良くない。しまいにここをやられちまうぞ。
Yeah, I know. It's exactly because of the times we live in that one needs to believe. My faith is far from pure, almost frustratingly so. Catholicism is full of compromises. We accept the theory of evolution and take science and physics for granted. No, the men and women we're targeting this time are true zealots. Their faith is different, deep and genuine, untainted by modernity. Or this war. In all honesty, I'd consider mine to be more of a habit. I'm a believer, because that's what I've always been. It's pretty much a part of my heritage. No, not quite. It's our heritage. This faith is all I have to remind me of my family. I only lived in the town I was born in for a few years. By the time I had use of reason, I was already a refugee. Mom, Dad, and I did nothing but to march further south with each passing day. We were chased away from northern Italy by the advancing beta hordes. So the only real memories of my family I have are from church. Because as a child, the church was the only place where I could enjoy some semblance of a normal family life. Wherever we went, churches would offer aid to the refugees. My family used to sit around the table with the meager rations we were given. There I would watch my deeply religious parents pray. And in time, those moments grew into fond memories. After walking for several weeks, we finally made it to the southern tip of the Italian peninsula. Finally, we could dream again. Except that for my family, their dream would soon twist into a nightmare. Countless refugees from all over Europe flocked there, in numbers far beyond what the United Nations and the European Union could safely evacuate. The EU forces tried everything they could, but the front line had to be moved further back and again. With the beta only a few dozen kilometers away, the people in charge prioritized saving the children. A cruel decision, but what else could they have done? And so the children were dragged kicking and screaming onto the evacuation boats, reaching out in vain for their parents who saw them off in tears. These are all the memories I have of my family. Damn. My parents are the reason I'm a believer in the first place. It's quite possibly my faith today is just a means of keeping their memory alive. But shouldn't you feel the same, Renzo? You were torn away from your family on that day too. We were together, tears streaming down our faces as we watched in horror as the beta destroyed the town where our parents had stayed behind. After witnessing so much death, I thought you would cling to faith as well. God has given life to every living being. If I am to take it away, I want to pray for their souls first.
倫理観だか人道主義だか知らんが、大概にしとけよ。人はいつか死ぬ。要は早いか遅いかの問題で、その原因の違いに大した意味なんてない。
What's your point?
ああ、ベータ、人間、病気。何が原因で死のうが死は死だ。すべて神のおぼし飯ってやつさ。
Lay off the sarcasm. You're simply repeating what the refugees say, on purpose even. That's a twisted interpretation of his word and I don't agree with it. Don't you dare blame the Lord for the beta.
お前さんの信仰にケチつける気はないが、難民の教義もなかなか捨てたもんじゃないぞ。
Renzo, you can't possibly be serious.
まあ聞けよ。宇宙のすべてが神によって作られたものだってんなら、当然ベータもそうだ。じゃなきゃ聖書と矛盾する。だろ?
I mean, yeah, he's a... I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna fucking dive into a talk about religion.
で、そいつらがこのだだっ広い宇宙の中から、よりによって地球に攻めてきたってわけだ。この天文学的確率を神の意志と言わずに何て言うんだ?
I told you, I'm in the mood for this today. Catholics don't interpret the book of Genesis literally. That's something only fundamentalists do. And again, I'm a spy, not a priest. I'm not qualified to debate about Catholic dogma with him.
まあそう怒るな。 難民の競技だからってバカにしてるから足をすくわれる。何事も舐めてかかるなってこった。
So you're saying you buy into their conspiracy theories?
陰謀論？ああ、国連はベータの真相を隠しているとかいう類の。
Take your pick. There's probably 1,000 of those crackpot theories out there by now. For example, it's settled science that there are some biological similarities between humans and the beta. Theologians from all denominations spared no expense debating what conclusions should be drawn from that proven fact. The Allegiance sect claims that the resemblance proves the beta are God's messengers. Christian fundamentalists, on the other hand, say it's evidence in favor of creationism. Bullshit, all of it. The similarities are pure coincidence, or maybe even an instance of convergent evolution. But that's not what actually matters. The problem is that this information trickles down to the refugees and sparks all kinds of wild conspiracy theories to run rampant. It's the first sign of a crisis that must be averted. Some will inevitably accept these tidbits of information as the whole truth. That truth will then spread like wildfire. Left unchecked, all this baseless speculation has the potential to undermine the unity of mankind. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Preserving our union is the UN's highest priority, and the reason why it has exerted control over the flow of information since the war began. Excuse me. Well, what's your answer? Do you believe in them or not?
まあ、難民が標準主義へ傾倒するのはある種のストックホルム症候群、あるいは集団ヒステリーの類だろうな。自らの過酷で理不尽な状況や差し迫った非業の死に幾ばくかの正当性や意味を持たせたいっていう願望。
願望？
さもなきゃ自分がひどい目見るならみんな平等に同じ目に遭うべきっていう呪詛じゃねえのか。
Long story short, you don't believe the theories.
まあな。だが蛇が人間の言葉を喋ったり魚の腹に住んでたって話より説得力はあると思うぜ。
You still don't get it, Renzo. Times like this, keeping faith is more important than ever. Not everyone can be as strong as you are. Religion is all people like me have. Enough of these passive-aggressive nonsense. If you have something to say, out with it.
さすが相棒。すっかりお見通しってわけか。
I take it you have complaints about my plan?
ああ、大いに。
Figures. Renzo's had that look on his face since the briefing. So what's your problem? The target? Because I don't see anything wrong with going after an unsanctioned beta research facility operating under the guise of a refugee support center. In fact, the place in question is funded by Allegiance and other fundamentalist groups. It's a breeding ground for some of those conspiracies that involve the UN.
ついでに当のアフリカ連合はそれを知りながら黙認、裏取引していると。
That's not something we need to concern ourselves with. Our mission is to get rid of anything threatening to the unity of mankind, which is exactly what we'll be doing.
人類違うな。未承認のベータ研究施設はアメリカやソ連にもある。なぜ問題にならない？
I like this Renzo guy. I'm vibing with him.
ベータ研究を国連が統括管理しているのはそれを独占したい国々の政治的思惑だからだ。
I don't think you're wrong. It has nothing to do with our target this time. We made the decision based on how dangerous the research is and how inhumane their methods are.
お得意の宗教的倫理観か。だがそれが人類の結束を揺るがす可能性があるとしたら。
What are you trying to say?
今回お前があの施設を攻撃対象のレイヤー1に格上げしたのは異性主観合成生物ベータブリッドの研究をやっているからだ。
Yes, and I'm confident it was the right decision. They're not just experimenting on animals there, they're using Eurasian refugees too. You know how things work. Allegiance and other right-wing fundamentalist groups use the experiments to support their claims, while backer countries give them funding because they see potential military applications. It's insane.
それはどうかな。もし仮に連中の研究がベータに対する唯一の対抗策になるとしたら。
Don't be ridiculous.
毒を持って毒を制す。ベータに対抗できる生体兵器や奴らにしか作用しないウイルスを連中が作る可能性。
Renzo, are you serious?
お前こそいい加減目を覚ませ。熱望の瀬戸際に倫理や信仰が何の役に立つ。人間殺しの罪悪感を神の許してやれでごまかすのがせいぜいだろ。のんきに手段を選んでる場合か。 俺は地球からベータどもを一掃できるならなんであろうが大歓迎だ。
I mean, I can't say I disagree with him. You're out of your mind. Systematic human rights violations like that would make us no better than them.
ほう、じゃあ俺たちは違うってのか。神に与えられた他人の命を奪うのは非人道的じゃないって。
Well...
思い出せよ相棒。俺らがこんな汚れ仕事に手を染めてるのは一体何のためだ。おふくろや親父たちの仇を撃ってイタリアを。
Exactly. But genetically modifying people, infusing them with beta is an atrocity. How could we live with ourselves if we don't put an end to it? Fight fire with fire? What if the... B-brids? I don't know what the fuck that symbol actually means. So, with the beta's destructive power, end up slaughtering mankind. If we fail, we're the ones who'll have to answer to God.
悪いが俺は無神論でな。信仰は地獄に捨ててきたよ。
Renzo.
いいか。倫理も信仰もアフリカ連合の権利も俺には関係ねえ。ベータブリッドだろうが人体実験だろうがどうだっていいんだよ。
Is that like the Greek symbol for beta? And that's what they're saying, beta brids? The beta breeds? I think that's what it sounded like he said. I was listening to him specifically to try to hear how he pronounces that. I think that's the beta brids is what he's saying. Cut the crap. If you're willing to throw away your humanity just like that, then what's the difference between us and the beta?
知るか。神様にでも聞いてみろよ。だがな、これだけは覚えておけ。この作戦、ヨーロッパ連合の歴史と国連の公平性に拭いがたい汚点を残すぞ。
What are you going on about now?
経済と産業を握る南半球の国々がこの件を引き金に反発したらどうする。最悪アメリカと結託して国連の主要機能を掌握なんて事態になってみろ。
You mean Alternative 5?
そうだ。もしそれが本採用なんて事態になれば、イタリアは、いや、ユーラシアは。
I know that. And I won't let that happen, no matter what. Yeah?
だといいがな。
Renzo, I hope you realize that the end justifies the means. That it was right of us to abandon our families back when Italy fell. Yeah.
敵はこちらの動きを直前に察知した模様。ターゲットは一人も残っていない。コマンドポスト了解。サブプラン F に移行し、施設の爆破を遂行せよ。ダメだ。地下施設内はイニシュアリー奴らが放った小型機が占めている。施設の破壊は空爆を要請しろ。当該施設が難民キャンプに隣接しているため空爆はできない。デルタチームは地球回収座標を目指せ。 了解。コマンドポストよりグーフォ、フェニーチェ各小隊に次ぐ。所定座標に移動し回収ポイントを確保。
Fennis 1, Roger. The operation's a bust. We're securing Delta Team's extraction point.
フェニーチェ2了解。
Listen, Renzo, about earlier.
そこなうな。 お前も今は任務に集中しろ。
Copy that. He's right. We're soldiers. The mission is all that matters. But I can't stop thinking. How did they know we were coming on such short notice? We'll approach the facility flying NOE. Thankfully we're in the rear. No need to worry about laser radiation.
おいおい。敵の防空システムはどうなってる？デルタチームはコントロールの破壊を。
We'll know once we're in midair. Worst case scenario, we'll have to dodge a ton of missiles.
お前何言って。おいおいなんだ。デルタチームは失敗したんじゃなかったのか。何？
What the?
コマンドポストより作戦行動中の全ユニットに次ぐ。地下停滞庫の核壁が時限式爆薬で破壊された模様。
Oh, lovely.
ベータ大型種サンプルの出現に備えよ。
You're kidding me. There are larger strains in there too? So that's how it is. The enemy must have released the small strains to keep us busy while the larger ones come out of stasis.
これがなりふり構わねえやつの強さだ、シルビオ。
Have you completely lost your mind? Look at how far these motherfuckers are going, just so they can run away. You think we should follow their example?
ああ、そうだ。生き残るやつが持つしたたかさだよ。
Well, they're not gonna get away with it. Not on my watch. Let's go. How many beta did these bastards keep in there? Our plan was to hit them hard and fast with an elite strike team. It looks like our intel on the beta numbers was way off. Damn it. How did this happen? Oh, those are some big boys.
こうも数が多くちゃ回収座標の確保どころか俺たちまでやばいぜ。
Oh. Huh? Ignoring us again? The way they're behaving makes no sense. It's like they don't even see us. Wait, that's it. Renzo, look at the map. Maybe they...
なるほどな。ベータどもは一目散に北を目指してやがるのか。
Shit. You don't think they're going to try to cross the Alboran Sea to get to the Lion Hive?
ずっと捕まってたんだ。お家が恋しいんだろうよ。とにかく下手に戦うよりこのままやり過ごそう。離脱。
It's not going to be so simple, Renzo. Look at the route they're taking. They're heading straight toward a refugee camp. And there's 3 cities along their projected path, too.
バカ野郎。余計なこと考えるな。どの道俺らの頭数じゃ何もできやしねえ。
Guess you're right. We'll secure the extraction point after we let them pass. We should be able to do something in the meanwhile. I've sinned enough for a lifetime already. Can't afford to sin any further. Yeah, come on, dude. We're in the middle of an active fucking combat situation. Could you not do this right now? Look, my plan failed. Not only I couldn't stop those inhumane experiments, but I'm also supposed to kick back and watch the European refugees and the Algerian people are trampled down by the beta? This is just like before. No. The hell it is. I was powerless back then, but not anymore. Venice wanted a command post. Contact the Algerian government, have them defend the urban areas. Use the diplomatic channels, damn it. There's no other choice. Let's come to this. Venice 2, hold down the extraction point together with Gufo Squad. Barely. That's an order. I'll stay back and do whatever I can. Shit. The more of them we kill, the more lives we can save. Oh yeah, keep dying, you fuckers. Huh? Oh shit. What are the Algerians doing? Command post, why is the Algerian army not in position? Son of a bitch. The Algerians don't plan on doing anything at all. They're gonna let it happen and bury the whole thing after. The government would sacrifice hundreds of thousands of people, and for what? To protect their political standing? To hell with that. There has to be something I can do. Wait, is that a power plant? If I blow it up, I'll probably take out more than 80% of the beta. Enough to save the people in the coastal cities. But, oh fuck! Shit! Huh? This boy, Renzo.
何ほうけてやがんだ。しっかりしろ。
Renzo, why are you here?
いつでも俺は前に立って弟分を守ってやるのが役目だからな。
Renzo, I'm...
時間がない。回収座標に向かえ。
Hey, that's the wrong way.
エネルギープラントの爆破か。お前にしちゃまともなプランだな。
What? How'd you know?
データリンクでモニターしてたのさ。沿岸部の被害を最小限に食い止めるにはそう手しかない。
Wait, then... What about the 40,000 European refugees?
遅かれ早かれ難民はベータにやられる。だったら沿岸部の数十万人を確実に救うべきだ。
Wait a second. We're talking about 40,000 people here. 40,000 innocent people are going to die.
だからお前は回収座標に戻って指揮を取れ。
Damn.
仕事は俺ができるんだ。
No, stop. Renzo!
俺は俺の戦いなんだよ。
Renzo, don't do it! Renzo!
主よ、生臭な我を許したまえ。
Oh, damn. Stop!
ふっとやられ稼いでるぞ。
Martian crab fucks. Hell yeah. That's definitely one way to fucking call him.
誘爆だと。まさか地下にも隠したんか。あ
Renzo!